Good morning, everyone. I rushed out this morning because I was faffing with the car. Anyway, that's by the by. But I got here and I'd left the notices at home, so I grabbed a piece of paper and I said, is there anything special going off this week? And then I thought, yeah, everything's special that's going off this week because it's all for God's glory and we're all to worship God in whatever we're doing. So all these special things are going on this week. There's a service this evening at 7 o'clock. The shop's open. Can't see Lindsay. The shop's open, yeah, Monday and Tuesday this week. Daybreak is on Tuesday and Thursday, as normal. Life group is on Wednesday. So the morning one will be at 10 o'clock here. The evening one will be at Anne and David's, we think. Is that all right, Dave? Yeah, okay. We've said it's his before we asked you. Is that all right? So, so that'll be at 7:30 at Anne and David's. Thursday, there'll be a service here at 1:15. Friday, there's a service at 7:30. That's a healing service. And Tuesday, of course, which I missed out, there's a service at 7:30 here, which is a praise and worship service. That's good, is that? Well, they're all good, but I like that one. So that's a good one. They're all very good. Sorry, watch what you're saying. For those of you that couldn't get to church meeting for whatever reason, we have printed a couple of copies off of the minutes. I would ask you please to read them if you didn't get a chance. There's a couple of important things on there. If you could look at the finances that's there. Those are important that you look at. And also, it was passed that we did ask somebody else to come onto the eldership, and he's sitting at the back there. So Sam was actually voted on to the eldership. So we'll go on with that. Later on, he'll have to be inducted into that. But if you'll have a look, if you want a copy to take home, we'll do you one. But we've only done 2 because they tend to get left. And we need to not waste paper and ink. So if you want one, but please have a look. If you couldn't get here for whatever reason, please have a look at the minutes on the back there. And I think that's where we're at. So, yeah. Oh, they're over here. Sorry.
It was asked about the Salvation Army, or I was asked the other day about the Salvation Army. On Friday, I took our harvest collection down to St. Christopher's, and they were extremely grateful about it, but God's timing is incredible, because I walked through the door and Gary suddenly shouted, "Oh, John, come here, come here." Not knowing why I'd come. He says, "It's incredible you've just come at the moment." He said, "This is the new lady that's taking over at the Salvation Army." She is responsible for the whole of Bradford, and she's based in Keighley. But she's going to start services up again at the Salvation Army once a month coming in the next year. Not before Christmas, but after Christmas. She's going to start doing services once a month at the Salvation Army. So if we can continue to pray for the Salvation Army, that will be good. But God's timing is incredible. And St. Christopher's, believe you me, their faces just lit up when they started carrying the boxes in. So that is really good. What I was wondering, I haven't put this to the elders, but I'm putting it to you this morning, is that we used to run here the King's Pantry. And when you rang the King's Pantry, over in Pudsey, we had a big dustbin that was left, and it had the sign, King's Pantry, on it. And when the dustbin got full, we used to bring it over here. So what I'm going to suggest is we get a box or a bin, and we put on it King's Pantry. And when it's full, I'll take it down to St. Christopher's, because they are in desperate need. It was also voted that we support them with finance. And I talked to Gary about that as well. And he says, finance will be fantastic, he says, because we have to buy electric cars. It's all right giving them a food, but if there's no electric or gas to cook it on, can't cook it. So he's going to use the money that we send down there, some to buy food from the tithe fund, yeah. It's some to buy food and some to buy electricity for people and gas. So that's what our tithe fund will be used for the next 3 years down at St Christopher's. So it's sometimes good that we look at where our finances are going and why they're going. They can do things that we can't do. One, because where they're based, plus also they've got the staff to do it. But we can support them in what they're doing. It's a joint venture then, not just one thing. So we'll try and get hold of a box or something by next week, so that if you feel you want to bring food at any time, put it in the box and we'll get it to St Christopher's, and that will be great. We're going to have 5 minutes where you can share, and I do say 5 minutes. So if you've got anything you want to share, please come down. Don't sit in your seat waiting for the person to finish. If you've got something to share, come and stand up here, because it's going to have to be reasonably quick.